Taoist Magic Talk Show brought to you by Taoist Master G 师傅 and 天日 Dragon Taoism ผู้亮天尊 Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your G 师傅 right here. Today is our 88th episode of this series. So as I have said last time, we're going to end it right here, and we're going to continue on a with a new series, new playlist, and then we're going to also post the video, like the video that shoots at me right now, and it's going to like have a video upload to my Chi in Nature YouTube channel. So that way you can listen to the podcast, or you can watch the video and see me and my face and, you know, how I do things and so on. It will be kind of interesting because some people do want a version without the background music, and that version should be without the background music with some more like, raw audio. So yeah, then I can fit the need for both audience. Anyway, let me start the timer first, and then we'll begin the show. Okay, so we got 19 minutes. Trying to not take away the real show time. So, okay. Today's episode is going to be on time management. And I know, like, I don't want to just say, oh, you know, get ordained and then I'll teach you stuff. You know, that's kind of no point, right? So the show here is going to benefit you even if you're not a disciple, not ordained, and so on. So you can just take whatever I present today and use it, and it will work for you. Okay, so I guarantee you that first. Now, secondly, you need to glue your butt here and stop skimming, okay? Hands off that mouse, okay? Tie yourself up, handcuff yourself, hands to the back. Listen, close your eyes, put a towel over your face. That sounds like torture. But anyway, okay? So start listening. Okay, so how, like, the problem with people are, I don't have time to do this. Or like, I try to, but I just can't find the time. You know, I was so busy at work. I'm working, busy, no time. Yeah, you know, this is the problem with people all the time. Because it's not that they don't have the time. It's because the time management issue. One of my disciples in the past had this issue, and he's like, all I can do is wake up, go to work, come back, go to sleep, and repeat. I'm like, are you having a life? I said, so, okay, let's say I design a new schedule for you, okay? And then I said, okay, you're going to wake up this time, and then from then to then, you have that much time yourself, and you're going to do this, and then you're going to go out to work, and then you come back at whatever time, and then you have that many hours. And after all the time management and planning, suddenly he have time. Suddenly, he know what to do. And it's like, same job, you know, same amount of work, you just had more time. How come? It's not because you have more time, it's because of time management issue, right? Okay, I know, it is like, you got to be my disciple to get that kind of treatment, and it is not easy because, you know, you got to tell me about your life and so on, so I understand about you, then I can give you guidance, right? But what you are here for today is you're going to like learn something like that you can do to help you make it possible for yourself. So yeah, first of all, we need to introduce something called your Yuen Sun, which is your spiritual planetary body. I talk about this a lot, right? And you translate the Yuen Sun, the word, into English, it's called the God of Time. So your own spiritual planetary body is like your own God of time in life. So it basically gives you a bunch of energy, like, a bunch of energy every day when you sleep. So when you wake up, you got a charge from your little planet right? Your personal planet, spiritual planet. And that energy goes into you and blends with your soul energy. It will affect the way you think and act and live a life. So if you don't want bad life tomorrow, you have to make sure that you put something good into it tonight, right? So, how to utilize this without being like a Taoist or knowing any sorts of magic, and we all can do that. Okay, let me give you solid examples, right? To communicate with the Yuen Sun, you need to understand that there's a time thing, okay? Because we send a message. The Yuen Sun will get it when you sleep at night. Okay, so it's not like I do something, the Yuen Sun will get it, and then immediately it's taking action. No, you need to wait. Okay, so you need to go to sleep. So when I do something today to tell my Yuen Sun what I want to do, right? You need to go to sleep that night, like real sleeping, not a nap. And then when you come back, the Yuen Sun will get your message and the energy will flow down to you and so on. So tomorrow you'll be able to get it done. Sometimes you need a few more days, up to like 3 or 7 days for everything to kick in. So you need to keep doing that. Okay. Now, how to talk to the Yuen Sun? A Yuen Sun is a pre-heaven thing. Okay, pre-heaven thing. So you don't talk to it like speaking to a human being. You use a post-heaven marking to tell your intention. So what I mean is, for example, okay, solid example. I really want to clean my house and vacuum the place and clean the carpet, but I just cannot do it. I don't have time. Okay, you want to make time for it? Okay, cool. First of all, you think about like you really want to do this, right? What you want to do? Let's make it easier. I want to vacuum the floor first. Okay, so you need a vacuum machine. Okay, vacuum. Okay, so to make that mark for the Yuen Sun to understand, I will put the vacuum outside somewhere that I can see when I wake up tomorrow. Okay, that is a mark because usually it's not there, right? So I put it there. I make a mark. It can be anything. It can even you can make a sign and tape it on the wall. Anything, fine, as long as it is a physical mark which represents the intention. Okay, so you made the mark. Then you go to sleep. Before you sleep, make sure you think about that again. Like think about the intention again. And if you want to make the mark, you can make a mark again before you sleep. Why do 2x the amount? Like why do you have to do 2x the mark? Is because your Yuen Sun get your the whole day recording, okay, in like a box. So whatever you put in last is whatever the Yuen Sun get first. It's like I ship you a box with a lot of stuff, right? The last thing that goes in stays on the top of the box. When you open the box, you see the last thing I put in. So Yuen Sun is the same. So I want to guide the Yuen Sun to that mark that I made in the afternoon. I make sure I do that mark again when I'm sleeping. So I will maybe let's say I will write it down. Okay, you can write it down like a journal, right? Or a piece of paper. Anything is fine, okay? As long as it's like a physical thing. So if you want, you can keep a notebook beside and say, "Dear my Yuen Sun," right? It's fine. Anything works, okay? As long as it's physical. And then you write down what you want to happen and so on, okay? And after that, you go to sleep. Make sure you go to sleep and don't wake up like after 2 hours, okay? Do a real sleep. And then when you wake up the next day, you go to the mark again and you recall what you want to do. And then you go back to the vacuum and I need to vacuum, right? Then you can start the vacuuming. Okay, now here's one thing. You got to believe and put faith and be determined. You cannot act based on action. So if you have done the mark, like I put the vacuum here today, right? You got to have faith that your Yuen Sun is already helping you. That means when you see the mark again, you're going to go right like do it. You're not going to like, oh yeah, cool, hi, and then do other things, and then end up not doing it. That doesn't work. When you see it, you do it. Okay, yeah. Okay, you see it, you do it. Now, how about like if I want to set a time? Like I don't want to do it in the morning though. I want to do it like at 4 o'clock when I come back. Okay, fine. When you do the mark, that's part of the intention, right? You can put a label 4 o'clock. So next day you go and fulfill that. That is how you can make it happen, and your Yuen Sun will indeed give you that energy to help you make it happen. Sometimes the first day is hard because you're not used to it. It might take up to 3 to 7 days. So you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and your Yuen Sun will get the message and flow down the energy that you need to make that happen. And eventually, it will happen. Yeah. Because why? Like, why can't you do it before? It's because you have not get any help from your own source of power, which is your Yuen Sun, right? So your Yuen Sun is not backing you up. You're trying to do things on your own in this post-heaven dimension, and that's why it's so hard. So when the Yuen Sun is on your side, and it's like, it's like when you look outside, right? The weather is on your side. So it's like I want to walk outside, and then whoa, the weather becomes sunny and nice outside. When the weather is going with you on your side, everything is easier. That's why. So this is a trick you can use right away. If you want to ask about like timetable, right? Is it actually going to work? A timetable is also a physical marking. So it's also a way that you can use to communicate with the Yuen Sun. As long as you did it and it's part of your life, it will be recorded and your Yuen Sun will know about it. But if you don't know that you are actually doing that for the Yuen Sun to help you, then the intention is not there, then the Yuen Sun will not really know about it, right? So yeah, your intention matters. Another thing is I talk about the faith and determination, right? You got to be faithful and determined. That means that once you made that mark, that statement, I want to do this tomorrow, whatever, things like that, you need to go do it. Like, you must do it. Even you don't feel like it, you gotta move. It's like your boss. When your boss is telling you to do something, right? Now, you gotta photocopy all these things and hand it to me by 2 o'clock. It feels like you suddenly have this mission to accomplish, and if you don't accomplish, you're gonna be in like deep trouble, right? It feels like that with the boss. You should treat your Yuen Sun like your boss, so your Yuen Sun like helping you, right? So you got to do it. Once you set that mark, you're making the agreement with the Yuen Sun, and the Yuen Sun is already helping you the next day. So you got to do it so that the Yuen Sun power can kick in as you take action. And the more you go into the action, the easier it feels like, because the Yuen Sun's energy is kicking in and helping you. So you got to try it out and not just think about it, right? When you think about it, it's like kind of hard to understand, but when you do it, you will see it happen. It is really magical because the Yuen Sun's power really help you to manage or utilize your time right here much better. Okay, so we talked about this example with vacuuming. Let's talk about another example, okay? So let's say you want to do exercise. Hey, okay, a lot of people are not exercising these days. You want to exercise, but you just cannot find the time because, in the morning I gotta go to work and at night okay? You cannot find the time, right? Okay, so step by step. First thing, okay, the first step, I need the Yuen Sun to help me to make time. So I'm not like the first request is to be tomorrow I want to be able to work out. No, that's not how you do it. Step by step. I want to know how I can make the time to do it. That's the first thing. So today I'm going to make a marking. Okay, exercise. Let's say, put a dumbbell or something around, okay, as a mark. I put it there beside my bed. And my intention is to have the Yuen Sun help me to find time to do exercise as part of my life. Everyday life. Okay? So I write it in my journal, then I go to sleep. Next day when I wake up, I looked at the dumbbell. It reminds me of my journal. So I take my journal and I read the same thing back to myself. And I'm like, right. Maybe it's time to plan. So you then immediately don't go anywhere, right? Go and look at your schedule today and write it down on paper and then start planning. Oh, you know what? Actually, right now I can fit in a little bit of workout and then I can go out and then I can come back and I have maybe 4 hours before I actually sleep. So how about let's say spare 1 hour from here to here and you write it down. As you write it down, and you have to have faith to believe that it is already your Yuen Sun helping you to do that and make that happen. So after you have planned, right? It's good. Today you made it. You made the plan, right? So that's nice. It's enough. So the next thing is you want to make a new mark to make sure that you can actually execute the plan. So I'm going to put the plan or the timetable that I have made on the wall. I'm going to tape it up or something like that, right? So that's my marking. And then I'm going to write it on my journal and say, I hope that I can start this maybe tomorrow. Okay. So I put it in my journal and I go to sleep. Next day, I wake up, I look at the wall. Okay, so I have to work out, and there's 20 minutes before I have to start, according to schedule. Okay, now you're going to rush. Yeah, no matter what, you want to make it happen, right? So go rush, and then 20 minutes, doom. Okay, you have to work out. Because why? Because you said it, right? It's there. Fulfill that thing. Go do it. Okay, work out, and then, go outside and go to work and come back. And then you look at the schedule again. Oh my God, I have 1 hour and I need to work out. Go rush. And then you start workout. And then now you can make it. When you are sleeping, when you're going to sleep at night, you want to tell your Yuen Sun, hey, I made it. Hey? So you go to your journal and you make a mark. Check mark. Day number 1, success. Whew, nice. And your intention is, I want this to repeat for tomorrow. So tomorrow when you wake up, you will take a look at your journal again and remind yourself yesterday how great it was because you made it, right? So you're going to do that again. And as you keep doing it, you will find that, hey, you actually have time. Oh, mine. Where did the time came from? Huh? So amazing. How did it happen? I mean, my time is the same. I still have the same amount of time. It's just your body being forced to move or something like that, and it just worked, right? Yes, it is magical. This is anyone can do it, right? It's what you can do because you have the spiritual planetary body, the Yuen Sun, helping you, and it makes everything much easier. Okay, I got some disciples that are kind of bad examples, okay? Well, it's they will make excuse about I don't have the time because I'm always working and so on. I'm busy with a busy schedule. So that's why I cannot practice this, learn this, and so on, and progress as a Taoist and keep learning. Hey, that is BS. Okay, seriously, that is BS. It's no matter what you're doing, you will always have time. You will have time to poop, to shower, to tidy up your house. You have time for other things. It's just that you decided not to put it here. That's why. The truth is, everyone have time. It's how you manage the time, utilize the time, and so on. That makes the difference. Some people, you give them 4 hours and they can finish a lot of things. And you give the same 4 hours to another guy. All he can do is sit at home and do some TikToks watching and surfing the internet and so on. It's nothing's being done actually. So why is that so? Why are you so garbage? Well, because your time management sucks. Time is wealth in nature, as we have said before, right? So if people have that much time a day and they cannot achieve much, it means that they are very poor in nature's perspective because their time value is very low. But if you're having the same amount of time and you can achieve a lot, your time's value is very high and you're considered to be wealthy in nature. You see, wealth is not about the money. It's about your time, your quality of time, and the fruits you can get out of time, which forms the value of your time. Wow. You see, we all have wealth from nature when we are born, and that's the time. So if you have good, like better time management, and you're determined and you make things happen, you're more like a doer, right? That will make you a wealthy person because you're utilizing time very well. You're using the wealth that nature gave you. It's pretty much like that. Okay, my timer just rang, so the time is up, and we gotta see you in the next episode, which is in the new playlist. So stay tuned, and don't forget to check out the Teen Dragon YouTube channel and the Chi in Nature YouTube channel because I'll be posting there as well. So at this point, I'm just pre-recording the show. I'm not really sure will I start right after, or maybe I'll wait until the next month for something, take a little break before I start. So anyway, if I happen to take breaks, just be patient. I will come back with the new show when I am done. So yeah, we'll see you in the next episode, next show. Bye-bye.